Time right now is 6:16. Problems at VA health clinics have been well documented during the past few years, especially in Montgomery and Tuscumbia. But the efforts to fix those problems are not getting the results that many had hoped. Alabama Congresswoman Martha Roby has introduced a new bill hoping to change the way that the VA handles its business. And Representative Roby joins us now live from Washington. Thanks so much for being with us this morning. And Mrs. Roby, we do obviously have a lot of veterans in our audience here in the Tennessee Valley. I want to talk about the failing VA Medical Center Recovery Act that you're proposing. How would this help them get better care and perhaps quicker access?
Sure. Well, thanks for having me. First of all, over the past year, I've been really focused on the VA and our veterans and making sure that they are receiving the best care that we can give them. And my frustration has grown with the VA. Even in light of all of the stories that have come out of Montgomery, you would think that they would be focusing in on solving the problems. And, you know, we've asked and asked for the Washington VA to come down and oversee the mismanagement that has taken place at Cavis. And quite frankly, I'm just tired of asking. So what this bill does is it requires the VA to send a takeover team to the worst consistently failing medical centers throughout the VA. This cuts through the bureaucracy, which in my opinion, the VA continues to hide behind the layers of bureaucracy that exist. This cuts through and requires the Secretary of the VA to be firsthand accountable for the problems in these worst centers in the United States. So the bottom three, based on their own data, would be required to have these takeover teams, much like we do in Alabama in the school system. If there's a consistently failing school system, the state superintendent can come in and take over that school system. Everybody knows that it's happening. It's an embarrassment. The principals, the teachers, the parents. This is the same idea, that Washington VA would come in and take over these failing systems, like all of the problems that we've experienced at Central Alabama Veterans Health System, what we call Cavis.
So if a medical center is deemed to be failing, a rapid response team of managers and medical professionals based on your bill would take over these medical centers. You talked about cutting through the bureaucracy, the wait times and whatnot. How are they going to get this done? Because they haven't, obviously it hasn't been able to, it hasn't been done yet. There's been a lot of problems as you have documented, especially in Central Alabama.
Right. Well, the idea behind this is that we're done asking. This bill would actually mandate, based on their own data of these failing systems, that they would have to send this takeover team, which would be consist of, you know, highly trained individuals, both medical staff and those in management positions, that could come down and go to whatever center is deemed the worst of the worst, and clean house. You know, part of the problem that we've seen is that there are bad actors in the VA, and some of those have been removed, but not many. Then some replaced by more bad actors. So we want to ensure that we're getting the best of the best in the VA, people who know how to solve problems. We've got plenty of consultants. We've got a lot of talk. What we need right now on behalf of our veterans is action.
All right, Representative Martha Roby, thank you so much, trying to help our veterans get better medical care. We appreciate your feedback this morning from Washington, D.C.